Speech is distinguished Toastmaster Carl. I've got Thor on my lunch pail, so don't mess with me. Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster, and congratulations, Moyara, for getting through the manual. My time, by the way. In Inspire Your Audience, which is the number 10 speech, the instructions to the evaluator are that the speaker is to inspire the audience and to inspire the audience to improve personally, emotionally, professionally, or spiritually, relying heavily on emotional appeal. The speech should appeal to noble motives and challenge the audience to achieve a higher level of beliefs or achievement. The speaker is to use the skills learned in previous projects and not to use notes. And I do believe that Moyara accomplished these guidelines that we have in the manual for the number 10 speech. First, I'm going to talk about appearance. Moyara came up to the lectern, and immediately she commanded our respect and attention because, first of all, she was dressed professionally. And by being dressed professionally, we used to have a member years ago, only Arnie would remember him, but he always said, when you dress up, you honor your club and you honor yourself. And when you dress up for a speech, that's what you do, and that's what Moyara did today. It gave her authority before she even said a word. If she came up in jeans and flip-flops, she wouldn't have had the same authority of us sitting around the room if we didn't know who she was. So very often just as important, particularly if you're speaking. And her authority was further enhanced, but she pushed the lectern aside immediately, that I'm in charge here. Basically, she didn't say I'm in charge here, but her motions said that for her. Her appearance said that for her. So that's what appearance can do for you. Some of the basic techniques of speaking that Moyara has learned as she has progressed. First of all, I mentioned vocal variety. Moyara has strong voice projection and it just got stronger as she went along. I don't think there was a lot of variety. It was more the professorial approach to life, but as she got more into it and more emotionally wrapped up, she got even stronger. So that was done well. For body language, she followed all the rules that Art talked about. She had good eye contact with all parts of the room. She used her gestures, mostly palms up and waving of the arm or slap or whatever, but it always said something and made a point. It wasn't just a random gesture, so those were handled quite well also. The organization of the speech, first of all, I thought the opening was unique, but also got our attention. She said, close your eyes and imagine. She gives 3 things to imagine. And then she said, you're not all closing your eyes, and that was the professorial part of the teacher. You're not doing what I told you to do, kids, so let's do it. And we all did. I wanted to take notes as the evaluator, but I couldn't. Now, the body of the speech, it wasn't really clear to me what Moyara was talking about. I thought she was going to basically talk about the problem we have in this nation where people are unable to balance their checkbook, to handle their finances, and it's a big problem. And I honestly thought the whole speech was going to be about that, but she used it basically as an introduction to her main point, which is we're not properly educating our children. And I think that you spent too much time on the first, not enough time on the major emphasis, the major message you were trying to get across, so it was almost like you were flipping in midstream. You weren't, but I was starting to write some notes down about one thing. Oh, she's changing. Okay. So just the next time you have an opportunity to do a speech like this, then use the stories, but make sure that your main theme is what prevails throughout your speech. The Fulbright story at the end, I thought that was excellent. It was a good way to conclude, but you don't have to say in conclusion. We'll figure that out, and you don't have to thank us. We thank you for giving an outstanding number 10 speech. We look forward to hearing those advanced manual speeches. Mr. President.